Hello everyone and welcome back to Movies with Mia. If you're new to the channel, hi! I'm Mia Tiffany, and here we are watching the greatest classic films throughout history. Today we are beginning a new series on the channel. We are going to be looking at the life and work of the great Audrey Hepburn, and we are starting with her film Sabrina. Now, before we get into the video, I would like to shout out my Golden Oscar patrons. Guys, thank you so much for your continuous support of the channel. And if you're interested in becoming an exclusive VIP Tiffany Club member, then I highly suggest that you check out that Patreon link, which is in the description box below. Sabrina was released in 1954, directed by Billy Wilder, one of our favorites on this channel, starring Audrey Hepburn, Humphrey Bogart, and William Holden, with other notable performances by Walter Hampton, John Williams, Martha Heyer, Joan Voss, and Marcel Dalio. At this point, we are going to get into some historical background for those of you who want to jump right onto the film reaction, go for it. But for those of you who want to stay, we're going to get right into it. Audrey Kathleen Rustin was born in Brussels, Belgium in 1929 to father Joseph Victor Anthony Rustin and mother Ella van Heemstra. At the age of 6, Audrey's father left the family, and she claimed that this was the most difficult time in her life. Now, she had English citizenship by way of her father, so she attended school in England. However, once tensions started rising, that would eventually become World War II, her mother thought it'd be a good idea to move the family to the Netherlands because it was more of a neutral territory and she felt that they would be safe there instead of England. Audrey continued her schooling and her ballet lessons in Nazi-occupied Holland. Now, by the time she reached her 20s, Audrey began studying acting as well as working as a model and a dancer. She later landed the title role in the stage adaptation of Gigi. Despite her inexperience, people fell in love and critics raved about her performance. This eventually led to her landing her first major movie role, which was in Roman Holiday, and she would eventually win an Oscar for Best Actress for that film. At this point, she was asked to play the titular role in the film Sabrina. Based on Samuel Taylor's Broadway hit called Sabrina Fair, Sabrina, which was the film version, was set by Paramount to be directed by Billy Wilder, who was a top director of the studio at that time. Sabrina went on to be nominated for 6 Oscars at the 27th Academy Awards, and it actually won for one, which was costume design. Alright guys, on to some interesting facts. So there were a lot of complications that arose on set of Sabrina. One of the bigger issues involved a clash between Humphrey Bogart, who was already upset that he was the studio and the director's second choice, and Billy Wilder, who required complete autonomy as director of this film. Each man wanted their own way and neither was willing to compromise, and that caused a lot of creative issues on the set. Now, the other issue stemmed from an alleged affair between William Holden and Audrey Hepburn. Holden was known for starting affairs with his co-stars, and Audrey thought that Holden loved her and would leave his wife for her and they would start a life. But unfortunately, that did not happen. So it actually left her quite devastated, and so obviously that posed an issue on set. However, Audrey Hepburn would begin an affair with another lifelong partner. So on set, Edith Head was the costume designer for the everyday wear of the character of Sabrina. But Billy Wilder really wanted to give her an elegant look. So he sent Audrey to Paris to meet with Hubert de Givenchy, hopefully I said his name right, who was a hot young Parisian designer at the time. And I think we all know who Givenchy is now, right? So from that point, they actually began a friendship that would last throughout the span of Audrey's life and career. Givenchy would eventually become her designer both on screen and off screen. With that being said, I'm so excited to rewatch this film, but before we do, y'all know the deal. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification to stay in the loop. Alright everyone, it is time to grab your snacks, grab your drinks, get cozy, and let's get into Sabrina.
On the north shore of Long Island, there was a chauffeur, and he had a daughter by the name of Sabrina.
I'm really excited to watch this again with all the kind of knowledge that I have about classic films. It's going to be interesting what I pick up on now that I've seen a few more, you know?
There were 4 Larrabys in all. Linus Larrabee, the elder son, graduated from Yale. His brother, David, went through several of the best Eastern colleges.
He's just like I know how awkward that feels when you're posing for a picture.
Life was pleasant among the Larrabees, for this was as close to heaven as one could get from afar.
She has a crush on him. Wants to be in his arms that night.
Come on down from there, Sabrina.
Who's that girl, Father?
Gretchen Van Horn.
I hate girls that giggle all the time.
You can't go on like this about David all your life.
Yes, Father.
Come along.
I feel like Audrey just had this natural talent. She had a way of captivating the camera. Uh-oh, here he comes.
Oh, it's you, Sabrina.
Hello, David.
I thought I heard somebody.
No, it's nobody.
Didn't even acknowledge her, Sabrina. He's not the one, babe.
Gretchen?
They have a whole rec center, and that's slightly creepy.
Whatever you do, you have to stay on your side of the net.
Well, that'll be a little difficult.
All that giggling, though, is annoying. I'm with Sabrina. I'm not all about that giggling. She's playing with him. Oh, I see the innuendos, Wilder. I see what you're trying to portray, sir. The walls of Jericho are coming down. There's other fish in the sea. It's okay.
Sabrina.
Yes, Father?
It's not every girl that's lucky enough to go to Paris. And it's the best cooking school in the world, Sabrina.
He's just so good at these different characters that he portrays. So it's really cool to see him more of the loving father in this film versus like the British detective.
Besides, it never hurt a young girl to learn how to cook, did it, Sabrina? The boat goes at noon. I'll wake you at 7. Good night.
I totally feel that unrequited love of seeing your crush with another, and you're just like, oh, the pain. Dearest father, I don't want to go to Paris. I want to die. Oh, and her handwriting, queen. Oh, don't have David at the funeral. He probably wouldn't even cry. Why do you like a man who doesn't see your true value, you queen? It makes no sense. No, Sabrina, honey. Ooh, it's a nice swift sweep under the door there. Always something subtly dark or blatantly dark amidst lighter themes every now and then, you know? My freaking chest is hurting just thinking about this. Let's do a little smoke tricks. How is he not waking up? Literally, you had to wake up to pick up your your blanket. How are you not awake?
There, child. Anybody here?
Nope, she's like, I'm hiding. It's like, you know I can see you, right?
Who's that?
Definitely I can see you. She's trying to hide under the car.
Sabrina.
Hello.
What are you doing here?
Checking the spark plugs.
What?
I didn't want to disturb anyone.
Does your father know about this?
No, he sure doesn't. He's asleep. Very heavily asleep upstairs. Yeah, very dark scene there. But I mean, that's so characteristic of Billy Wilder, so I'm not even surprised.
Of all the idiotic things, certainly, what do you suppose would have happened if I hadn't come along?
I'd have died.
And fast. You'd think a chauffeur's daughter would know better.
I love how their relationship changes into something else as the movie goes on. The way that they set that up is really cool.
Today, we will learn the correct way to crack an egg. Kindly watch the wrist. 1, 2, 3. Crack! You see?
Beautiful. Fantastic execution. I feel like I'm gonna learn some things here.
Take an egg. Crack!
Oh no.
You watch. 1, 2, 3. Crack! New egg.
He couldn't even do it the second time. I love that there's something very playful about her character. It's almost crazy to think that this is only her second major movie role.
Well, we finally finished our 4-week course in sauces. I almost flunked my hollandaise. I don't think of David very much anymore.
That's good.
Except at night.
That's bad.
That's bad. That's bad. Stop thinking about David.
Morning, Fairchild.
Good morning, sir.
Like, wild child, younger bro.
Where are you off to? The office. What do you think? On Sunday? Today is Wednesday.
Where have you been, sir? Jeez. Off on a bender, I guess.
Inter-office memo to David Larrabee. Our normal week is Monday through Friday. Should you find this inconvenient, you are free to retire under the Larrabee pension plan. This will entitle you to 65 cents a month for the rest of your life.
65 cents a month? Wow. I feel like after The African Queen, he really does play with his acting range here. Like, to be able to see his range is amazing.
What do you hear from your daughter, Fairchild?
She still loves him, but she'll get over it.
See how you have learned the lesson of the souffle. To the ovens.
I feel like this is less of a cooking class and more of like a boot camp, like a cooking boot camp.
Too low. You are exaggerating.
You're exaggerating.
Much too low.
I've been watching you for a long time, mademoiselle. You are unhappily in love.
I have a broken heart. Unrequited. I feel that, babe. But he's not worth it, you know?
But I'm trying to get over it. Might as well be reaching for the moon.
Oh, you young people, you are so old-fashioned. To begin with, you must stop looking like a horse.
We're gonna give her a little makeover. A makeover in Givenchy.
The Baron is taking me to a very fashionable ball, and I have an evening dress if David could only see me.
What's going on here?
A letter from Sabrina, sir.
How?
It's not his fault. He doesn't know. Oh, she's getting some exposure, some life exposure. Mind you, it's luxury life, but still.
He's getting married again. Charlie Knickerbocker. Don't you people ever read the society column?
Linus, I want to talk to you. Ask Miss McCardle for an appointment.
For an appointment. Oh my god, how disrespectful. He's literally in a meeting.
It looks like wedding bells for David Larrabee again. Did you plant this? You like her, don't you?
I like her a lot.
I like a lot of girls a lot.
He wants to be free as a bird. Doesn't sound too far from the real life backstage drama. Why does he have
say that again.
a gun?
What are you going to do with that gun? Greatest plastic ever made. Not a
Bulletproof?
scratch on it. I have no intention of marrying Elizabeth Tyson. Doesn't scorch.
Oh, wow. So they're like inventors?
Taste it.
Ew.
Sweet. Made of sugar cane. This wouldn't have anything to do with the Tysons own the largest sugar cane in Puerto Rico, would it? Second largest. The largest have no daughter.
Ah, it's a business arrangement marriage.
I haven't proposed and she hasn't accepted. I proposed and Mr. Tyson accepted. Then why don't you marry her? Me? I'd be unfaithful to my wife every night of my married life.
He's married to his work. It sounds so lonely, though. You don't want any companionship?
Look at this stuff. Before we're through with it, you'll probably be able to eat it. Larrabee Construction is ready with the blueprints. You mean the wheels are in motion already? Up you go. Bounce,
Wow.
please, ladies.
It is. It looks thick, but it also looks like flexible.
I think you're going to be very happy, David.
Dearest father, we shall be graduating next week. I want to thank you now for the 2 most wonderful years of my life.
Oh, it would be so hard to leave Paris. There's like an air to the city that's just like nothing that you've ever experienced in your life.
I have learned so many things, Father. I have learned how to live, and I will never, never again run away from life, or from love either.
I think that's something that young people watching this can really grab from. It just feels very relatable, and I really like that they kind of wrote it that way. Look at her, just a queen in her element. She's a queen. Oh, and he's gonna take notice. Stops him in his tracks. She gonna be like, who are you again? David? Is that your name? I don't know who you are. I'm sorry.
Taxi, miss?
Well, hello, how are you?
Well, I'm
Do I know
fine.
you?
How are you? And I might add, who are you? Am I supposed to know?
No, you
Come
are
to think
not.
of it, no, you're not supposed to know.
He doesn't even recognize her. Wow.
Where do you live?
Dolores Lane.
That's where I live. I know you. What does your father do?
He's in transportation.
Chrysler.
Yes, Chrysler and General Motors and Rolls-Royce.
I love that she's answering his questions in the most elegant and graceful way.
I feel so stupid I could kill myself.
You'll be all right in a minute. Here we are.
I live here.
Hi, neighbor.
You come home such a beautiful lady.
Oh, that's so sweet. Now you want to take notice. Look at the doggy.
I'm sorry I missed you, Sabrina. I wouldn't have recognized you anyway.
Well, David had a little trouble.
I think the two of us should have a reunion.
Do you really want to see me?
Her dad's like, don't get ensnared in his trap.
We're having a big party at the house here tonight.
But that'll be even more fun.
Yes, of course.
Oh, David, this couldn't be nicer. Homecoming party.
That's sweet. And she's always wanted to go to one of those big parties, too. And perfect timing, because isn't David engaged?
Would you have recognized her? Her knees always painted with mercurochrome. How do you like those legs now? David, the last pair of legs that was something cost the family $25,000.
Oh, my goodness. He's such a playboy.
Sabrina, David is engaged.
I know Margaret wrote me. After all, he's not married yet.
You're still reaching for the moon.
No, Father. The moon's reaching for me.
Oh, what a great outlook. The moon is reaching for me.
I wish the wedding were tomorrow, David. Father had planned for us to fly to Honolulu right after the reception. I certainly don't want to spend the first 18 hours of my honeymoon in a plane, sitting up.
Sitting up.
Aren't they a sweet couple? Charming. I think I ought to have a talk with your chauffeur.
What for?
Father wants to give me either a Bentley or a Mercedes as a present. I thought your chauffeur would be able to tell me.
Sure.
Did she say Mercedes? Is that how you pronounce it? Mercedes? I thought it was Mercedes.
I know you'll take care of everything.
There she is. And she's stunning. All the men are like, oh, hello. He looked over her shoulder just to grab a glance. And she's sparkling, of course.
Would you like to go in and get something to eat?
I'm so sorry.
Will it wash out, Elizabeth?
Oh, yes, it isn't bad.
You'd better go and do it right now, huh?
He's trying to be like, get away, girl. I don't want to talk to you. I'm trying to talk to her.
You look wonderful.
A bit late.
I worry. Shall we dance?
Right here.
This is what she always wanted, was to dance with him at a big, lovely party. She looks so good. Oh my gosh. It makes me want to go and just, like, on a shopping spree.
Sabrina, where have you been all my life?
Right over the garage.
What a fool I was.
What a crush I had on you.
It's not too late, is it?
It is. Don't fall for him, Sabrina. There's something better on the other side.
Mother, this is Miss Fairchild.
Sabrina?
You didn't recognize me, did you?
You must cook something very special for us, Sabrina. I want to see what you've learned.
Oh, I've learned a lot.
She sure has. Carried a lot of weight to it. She learned a lot in Paris. And David. Oh, David. Sweet David. Linus is like, I gotta break that up. Oh no. Just gonna see him dancing. Oh my god, the way that he took her into a dance. Stop, Humphrey. Oh my gosh. He has this rugged, old school masculinity.
I'm so glad you came back home, Sabrina.
David, would you like to kiss me?
Would I? Oh, Sabrina, let's get out of here. You slip away first, and then I'll meet you at
Tennis
The indoor tennis court.
She knows your game, baby. Oh, you're playing a dangerous game. What are you doing, brother?
You got a minute, David?
Not right now.
The old man wants to see you.
What have I done now, Father?
No gentleman makes love to a servant in his mother's house.
I love her.
You love her? You don't even care about her 2 years ago?
Merely remind you of your marital record. That Hungarian countess who only married you to bring her family over. Then that Twyman girl. Then that great actress. Turns out all she does is commercials on television.
Oh, he's really calling his son out. Dang. It's like your 3 marriages were just not ideal to the family.
Father, I think you're being a little unfair to David. If he decides Sabrina's the girl for him...
Nonsense. But it would knock your plans for a loop.
The plastics merger? Forget it.
No way. I call BS.
Sit down, David.
Look, I really have to go
Now,
now.
do you want me to help you or don't you?
What you
Then
doing?
Sit down.
Ow! Champagne glasses, I sat on them.
That went right into his butt cheeks. Hey, at least it's like, you know, not somewhere that's more sensitive, I guess. That dress is so pretty. And she wears it so beautifully. If I ever get invited to the Met Gala, I would hope that Givenchy is the one that invites me. So if you ever see this in the future, Givenchy, all right?
You did order champagne, didn't you? We do meet under the most peculiar circumstances, Sabrina.
I'd better get back to the party.
I'm sorry it isn't David here instead of me, but it's all in the family.
Why do I love Humphrey? Oh my gosh, there's just such a charm to him.
The song they were playing the night before I went away. David was right here dancing it with somebody else. Tonight I wanted it to be me.
It's all in the family.
I think it's such a treat to watch films, especially with actors, male actors from the 30s and the 50s, because it's just such a trip. There's something so gentlemanly and like ruggedly masculine about them.
Oh.
Now, I cannot possibly be hurting you.
It's not you, it's that song.
Oh, he's not able to dance with her.
If David were here now, you'd expect him to kiss you, wouldn't you? Here's a kiss from David.
Oh my goodness, we got a kiss. Look at her face. She's like, did he just kiss me? What is going on? Oh, poor guy. He has a fan and ice.
Hi, how do you feel?
I never felt better in my life.
The anesthetic worn off?
Oh. Oh no.
Yeah. This ought to make you feel better.
Plastic hammock.
From Larrabee Enterprises.
What'd you think of Sabrina?
Wonderful girl.
Oh, that does not look comfortable. He looks so goofy. His butt sticking out.
Would you mind keeping an eye on Sabrina for me?
As a matter of fact, I'm taking her sailing this afternoon. Well, then you've already made up your mind.
It's been Sabrina and I since we were kids. I just couldn't see her for the tree.
Whatever. Oh, the brother is so like, I feel like he doesn't realize that his brother is subtly starting to seduce Sabrina. But I don't think Linus realizes that he's starting to subtly fall in love with her too.
What about that girl over the garage?
David wants to run off with her.
All right, then we'll write her a nice little check and tell her to forget about David.
She wants love.
I thought they discontinued that model.
They just continued that model. No, don't write her off.
Why can't she be in love with someone else?
Hey, look, do you think this is any fun for me? I've got a whole desk full of work, and here I am going off at a sailboat to make an ass out of myself with a girl 22.
Yes, you need to live. Too much work can kill you. All work and no play is no fun.
I only hope you remember what to do with a girl.
This is a very unusual song.
We have no bananas today.
So I wonder if these songs are songs that were featured in the original Broadway play, because I feel like that, it feels like that.
Do you mind if we turn this off?
Don't you like it?
I used to like it.
Did you love her?
I'd rather not talk about it.
I always thought you walked alone.
No man walks alone from choice.
That was a line. Someone broke his heart. Oh no, there's a man underneath all that work.
Oh, yes, the cold businessman. One day, that same cold businessman opens a window, steps out on a ledge, stands there for 3 hours wondering if he should jump.
I wonder why Billy Wilder played so much with the idea of suicide, because it shows up a lot in his movies.
Maybe you should go to Paris. Have you ever been there?
I was there for 35 minutes, changing planes.
Paris isn't for changing planes. It's for changing your outlook. Letting in la vie en rose.
She's softening his cold heart, awakening something in him that he never knew that could be reawakened.
Funny, I used to be so afraid of him. What do you know about him?
Only once in a while does he get a glimpse in the rearview mirror.
If you looked a little longer, Father, you'd find him rather nice.
Ooh, she's interested. Oh, I love how she's starting to understand him.
I want 2 tickets to the 7-Year Itch. A table for 2 at the Persian Room after the show. Make it a corner table, a dark corner. Fairchild, I'll be needing you tonight.
Yes, sir.
2 tickets to the 7-Year Itch. Ha! Directed by Billy Wilder. It was like a hat tip to that movie.
I'm taking Sabrina out again. Do you have her at my office at 7 o'clock?
It makes for a rather
Awkward
situation.
Oh. I love how he told him I'm taking Sabrina out. Like, that's not his daughter.
What exactly are your intentions?
Well, I'm shipping your daughter back to Paris.
I just don't want her to get hurt.
I'll be as gentle as I can.
I hope so, sir.
I love that interaction. It's like a power thing, that play, because obviously her father is employed by the Larrabees, but he still has to have that conversation. So it was kind of a cool thing to play with there in terms of power.
Has David got an office like this?
Instead of a desk, he has a putting green.
Press a button and factories go up. Or we switch on the dictaphone and say, buy all of Cleveland and move it to Pittsburgh.
Oh, he's starting to fall in love with her. I can see it in his eyes. That black dress is stunning. Oh my God, with the headpiece.
I want you to look out there. You see the boat?
Yes?
That's the Liberté. It sails on Thursday. I'm breaking out of here, Sabrina. I'm running away.
Oh, she knows better. Oh, she's trying to trick her.
You get yourself some rain, then you find yourself someone really nice. That's when Paris smells its sweetest.
Can I find myself someone really nice?
But you have someone nice sitting right next to you. You guys could both go to Paris and just have a nice, lovely vacation together, you know?
How do you say, my brother has a lovely girl?
Mon frère a une gentille petite amie.
And how do you say, I wish I were my brother?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Linus, you romantic.
All night long I've had the most terrible impulse to do something. There. Never a briefcase in Paris and never an umbrella.
How am I ever going to get along in Paris without someone like you?
Just ask her to come along with you to Paris. You guys go together. You come with me.
Suppose I were 10 years younger. Suppose you weren't in love with David.
Join me.
Well, I suppose I'm just talking nonsense.
You're not talking nonsense. It's totally okay. Just admit it to yourself and fall deeply.
Hello, David.
Did you have a good time? Where'd you go?
Well, he saw the 7-Year Itch and then went on to the Persian Room.
I bet he spent your years back with Dow Jones averages, taxes.
Not
We've
at all.
talked about a lot of things.
Ooh, she's starting to change. You can see it in her interaction with David.
Stitches come out Thursday. I'm a fast healer.
Well, then we'll just have dinner in town and go to a show. I guess the undertaker better turn in. Au revoir, Sabrina.
Good night, Linus.
Oh, the way that she's looking at him and he's looking at her. We know that feelings have been felt. Things are changing. David, who?
Kiss me, David.
Love to, Sabrina.
You feel nothing because you're in love with his brother.
I don't think I'm going to have dinner with Linus. I don't want to go out with him.
Why not?
Because you're falling for him. You're not admitting it to yourself. Look at, she's like, this doesn't feel right.
I can remember that garage girl's name.
Sabrina.
Is that situation in hand?
Oh, I think so. I want 2 accommodations on the Liberté. One in the name of Miss Sabrina Fairchild, one in my name.
What? Yes, they're going to Paris.
Who said I was going? She is going because she'll think that I'm going. She'll find out that I'm not on the boat. My cabin will be empty.
Excellent.
Yes, I thought you'd like it.
That is so jacked up, bro. He's going to try and trap Sabrina.
It's Fairchild for you, Mr. Larrabee.
What happened to you? It's 8:20.
I can't see you tonight. I'm all tied up.
Suppose you tell me exactly what's on your mind.
In a way, I'm glad you're going.
They're both running from each other when, like, fate is trying to bring them closer together. Why is this happening? Why?
Hello, Linus. Where are you, Linus?
I'm here.
Your 3 minutes are up.
Oh, hello.
I like the shadowy lighting of this scene. It's like evoking more of a somber tone.
What is that perfectly good reason why you shouldn't see me?
I love you. Say it.
What is it?
I love you.
What's bothering you?
My love for you. Oh my god. We all know what she's thinking. Just say it.
I know I'm not making much sense, Linus.
Oh my god. Who could that possibly be? At a moment like this?
I've canceled your dinner reservation, Mr. Larrabee.
It's just the assistant. My god, I have butterflies in my stomach. I want her to say it.
I've known you only a few days, and I've been in love with David all my life.
Oh my god, here we go.
Tell me I'm imagining things. Tell me you never even thought of taking me on the boat to Paris with you.
You had to have pondered it. He had to have pondered taking her on that boat.
I'll behave, Linus. I'm all right now. Linus Larrabee is taking me to Paris.
I wasn't going to take you to Paris. I was going to send you.
Why would you break her heart like that? Why would you hurt her like that?
Alone?
Yes, all alone.
But there's a ticket for you.
For an empty cabin.
Why did you do it, Linus?
A new plaque on the Larrabee building. You got in the way.
How inconsiderate of me.
She's allowing the situation to actualize in her head.
I'm ashamed to say I enjoyed every minute of it.
There would have been a farewell note.
And goodies.
Perhaps a few flowers.
We regard it as a necessary business expense.
You can see that she's visibly hurt by figuring this plan out.
I'll just take one of those tickets. I was happy in Paris. I think you would have been too. Good night, Mr. Larrabee. I'm sorry I can't stay to do the dishes.
And he made a freaking mistake by letting her go. Ooh, and he notices it too. He knows it. He knows he made a mistake.
Good morning. We have things to do. We're canceling the Larrabee Plastics merger. We're calling off the wedding.
We are?
Here's a ticket for the Liberté, transferred to the name of Mr. David Larrabee.
I think he missed the whole point of the night before. Like, she was so excited to go to Paris with him. Why is he sending his brother? This is some self-sabotage at play, okay? She loves you, dummy.
I've been looking for you. You're leaving for Paris today. It's all arranged.
I saw Sabrina when she came home last night. Took me until this morning to add 2 and 2 together. You know what I got?
What?
That you were in love with her. Ooh! Punch some sense into him. He's like, she loves you.
What makes you so sure Sabrina still wants me?
She's wanted you all her life.
The man who doesn't burn, doesn't scorch, doesn't melt, suddenly throws a $20 million deal out the window.
Isn't that funny? For what? Because you're in love with her.
Are you sure you don't want to go with her?
You know
I
he
want
does.
to go with her.
Because you're in love with her.
Woo! Say it, baby boy, say it! And the door shuts on that conversation.
If only you'd be angry with me for allowing all this to happen.
It wasn't your fault, Father. It was mine. I should have believed you. There's a front seat and a back seat. And a window in between.
John Williams, guys. We love John on this channel.
Dear David, yes, I did get over that. I'm cured. Now how to get over the cure?
It wouldn't have worked out really, darling. Democracy can be a wickedly unfair thing, Sabrina.
I love how Wilder is really stretching this out to the end, like really making his audience be like, what's gonna happen? Really keeps the audience on the edge of their seat.
Why don't we start this meeting and sign the papers?
Yes, we're waiting for David.
Where is he, Linus?
We'll get to that in a minute.
Here are the smelling salts, Mr. Larrabee. I got you the largest size.
Oh, because somebody's gonna faint. The boat is leaving, Linus! What are you gonna do?
We are here today to put our signatures to the Larrabee-Tyson merger. I don't mean to say that our merger has hit a snag. Let me put it this way, gentlemen. It has sailed away.
Sailed away on a boat. Headed for Paris.
Hello, everybody. Hello, darling.
Oh, he's gonna marry her.
What are you doing here?
Where are the contracts? Where do I sign?
Where's Sabrina?
There she goes.
Who goes?
Sabrina.
We really get to look into Linus's character. On the surface, he's this executive, married to his job. But as the movie progresses, you see that the layers are starting to be peeled back, and we really see that he is this very tender, very sensitive, loving man.
Who is Sabrina?
Our chauffeur's daughter. Linus Larrabee. Getting mixed up with his chauffeur's daughter.
That's enough, David.
Now, we all know about those kind of girls. This one is no different.
He's trying to get a rise out of him to show him that he's in love with her. You're being stubborn. You need this, Linus.
Brother, she would have taken you for plenty.
Punch him.
I was just helping you make up your mind. You are in love with her.
You cheeky boy. Go get her.
Well, if you'll excuse me, gentlemen, it appears I have a previous engagement.
Well, thank God he's rich and he has a freaking tugboat that he can get to her with. She's all sad.
Il y a un monsieur sur le bateau qui voudrait bien que vous lui arrangiez son chapeau.
Merci beaucoup.
Voilà. Merci beaucoup.
She just threw the dog down, just like on the chair, obviously. The dog was just in her hand and then gone. Oh, there he is. Oh, so good. Oh, that was so good, guys. Oh my God. I feel like after having acquired a lot of knowledge about classic films and seeing the works of Billy Wilder and Humphrey Bogart and William Holden, I feel like I really appreciate this film more. When I first watched it, again, this was my first classic film, really my introduction into the classic film genre. So, of course, I was like, oh, but why didn't they kiss at the end? But why didn't they have more romance at the end? Coming from, obviously, films that are more modern. But after, again, having seen so many classic films, I think that that was just a beautiful ending to a great film. Like, there was so much more said between Sabrina and Linus through their interactions with each other, through their eye contact, their proximity. There was just so much more said, and I think that made it so much more romantic than like a kiss at the end to seal the deal. William Holden and Humphrey Bogart, seeing them kind of delineate from what I've seen before. William Holden still, I've only seen him in Sunset Boulevard, so I can't really speak to his acting range, but definitely Humphrey Bogart. He was just such a fantastically talented actor. And then being able to see him really go from, you know, the suave, too cool for school hero of the day in the 30s to this very well-rounded actor who does movies like The African Queen or Sabrina, where he kind of loses that persona. It's just so amazing to see him work. And then can we talk about Audrey? The whole reason why we're watching this film. Audrey is a dream. She had so much talent for on-screen acting. She was fantastic. She captivated the audience. She didn't even have to say anything. All she had to do was just really show all of her emotion on her face. She was so good at that, letting the audience really in to her, you know, internal emotions just by looking at her face. She was so easy to read. And then not to mention the fact that she was so beautiful in those Givenchy outfits, those beautiful pieces that she just wore like they were made for her. And I'm sure that they were. She was just amazing. And I'm going to be like gushing about her the rest of this series, so don't worry, you'll get it. You'll get the full range of that. But yeah, and then Billy Wilder, he really gave us this very lighthearted story, but he sprinkled some somber moments. Obviously, the talks of self-harm, the darker moments, and then that scene where Sabrina was kind of trying to confront her feelings for Linus, that more somber lighting, or that shady lighting that evoked a somber tone. Very reminiscent of Wilder's works, but still he somehow made it very lighthearted and fun to watch, you know? So I really enjoyed this film. It was fantastically done. So glad that I got to see it again with the knowledge that I have of classic films. Guys, thank you so much for recommending it, and thank you so much for watching it with me. All right, everyone, that does it for this video. As always, if you liked it as much as I did, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you would like to become an official Tiffany Club member, then I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button and that bell notification to stay in the loop. Okay, if you want to see this film's full reaction, you will find it on my Patreon, along with our Flick Pick polls, which allow you to choose future videos, and our MWM live streams, where we come together every other week as the Tiffany Clubbers that we are, and we sit down and we watch one classic film live via Zoom. If that sounds like something that you're interested in, then I highly encourage you to check out that Patreon link, which is in the description box below. In the next video, we are continuing our Audrey series by watching the film Charade. I'm so excited to watch this film. If you haven't seen Charade, I highly encourage you to check it out in its entirety, or you can grab it online. I have provided links of where I bought my physical copy and where you can stream it online. As always, if you have a recommendation for any classic Hollywood films, head on over to my website, www.miatiffany.com, scroll all the way down and you will see our new recommendation form. Drop all of your recommendations there. Today's question of the day comes from Jacob26 Film Guy. Jacob asks, where where does your love of classic films come from? And also, when are you going to react to the films of the late, great James Dean? Well, to answer the first part of your question, Jacob, my love for classic films really comes from my grandfather. I feel like he really crafted really my passion for film. And we would watch all different types of films from all different eras. And I think that that really had an impact on me to want to explore different genres and older films. Just because sitting with him watching a film when I was younger was like my pastime. I loved watching films with my grandfather. And to answer your second question, you know, that is a great question. I don't know when we're going to be reacting to James Dean films, but hopefully soon. All right, Jacob, thank you so much for your question. If you have a burning question that you would like to ask me, please let me know down in the comments box below. And I will choose one of your questions, read it, and give you a little shout out at the end here. Don't forget to follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter at Mamma Mia Tiffany. Guys, this has been such a pleasure. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see all of you in the next video. Bye, everyone. All right, I'm just gonna start and we're just gonna go and see how everything works out. Hopefully it works out perfectly, and if it doesn't, then, you know, whatever. We'll make do. Now, Audrey continued. She later landed the title role in the stage adaptation of the novel Gigi. Gigi. Why did I say Gigi? She later landed the title role in the stage adaptation of Gigi. Of Gigi. Why do I keep saying Gigi? Huh. Oh my god, I can't say it right. Oh. I didn't even cover my mouth, and I got it on camera. At this point, she was asked to play the titular role of Sabrina in the film Sabrina.